Instead of suffering through the YouTube chat, click like and subscribe.
Mr. Wrestling 2 versus Steve Brinson. It is, of course, Hercules. He still quite sucks. Not as long as last week, thank God. But he goes for a backbreaker, and this dude totally loses his balance. So just tries a pin instead. And the guy kicks out, and so he hits a suplex, a vertical suplex, and pins him.
While he was going for that backbreaker and he dropped him, Jim Ross on commentary, he's got awesome strength.
He does. Coordination, not so much.
It was just, as he was saying it, he was dropping the dude.
Yeah.
May not have been his fault, but...
I like how, it's funny, I was on just scrolling Instagram or whatever, and I got all this weird shit that comes up. And there was an interview, it was Chris Van Vliet and Scott Steiner.
He was just on Jericho's show.
And they showed...
He was very busy.
They were talking about how, and I presume this is
It's
true.
incredible hair.
I mean, I guess we'll hear otherwise, but Scott Steiner apparently was the first guy to ever do a 450. They found, footage from, 86 or something like that. And he did a 450. Scott Steiner.
Yeah.
And, they're talking about how, we can't find anybody in Mexico that did it before this date. Scorpio was years later. And, Scott's explaining what I did. He just did a front flip off the top, and he landed on his feet, and then he fell on the guy, okay? He didn't do the full rotation and splash him without his feet touching. And he was explaining that, back then, you did not hurt anybody. If you hurt somebody, you weren't going to get booked anymore. So we had to do everything as safe as possible, which meant front flip, land on the feet, and fall on the guy. And so, they're showing this footage over and over from, 86, 87 of him doing this 450. And I'm thinking, wow, I never knew. That's actually kind of crazy. Scott fucking Steiner is the first guy that ever did a 450 splash. And if he wasn't, he was one of the first. At the very least, he was one of the first people to ever do it. So I'm watching this match, and out of nowhere, the fucking Hercules Hernandez debuts the jackhammer. That was the finish.
Kinda.
He lifted him up and jackhammered him. It was an accident. But, I don't remember seeing anyone ever do a jackhammer before 1984. I'm pretty sure that he accidentally hit a fucking jackhammer. So, yeah.
All right, then.
A lot of firsts I learned this week. First jackhammer, Hercules Hernandez. First 450, Scott Steiner.
Crusher Khrushchev versus Hacksaw Duggan.
First three-stripe black belt podcaster. Wrestling, at least. I don't know about this Rogan. Anyway.
There's so much to say about this match. First of all,
Which one?
Duggan and Khrushchev.
Oh, God.
First of all, the reaction for Jim Duggan as soon as the crowd laid eyes on him. Reeser Bowden hasn't even gotten to the announcing this and in this corner
have we
part.
talked about Reeser's middle name?
No.
Oh, Shawn.
That's more important than anything else on this show.
Well,
This is more important than the first 450 by Scott Steiner.
Yeah, while I was watching the baby faces absolutely suck at the end of this match, I was just doing some scrolling around, and Reeser Bowden's middle name was Merlin.
Merlin.
Reeser Merlin Bowden.
No.
Yeah.
No. Reeser Merlin. Reeser Bowden. Reeser Merlin Bowden. I can't even.
Is
It's like
what
a
I
tongue
just said.
twister. Reeser
Merlin Bowden. It's not that hard.
No, it is hard. And it's ridiculous.
Well, it's ridiculous, yes.
His name, first off, his parents were named Bowden. That's fine. They decided his first name would be Reeser. Now we got to talk. The hell is that? Reeser.
One who Reeses.
No. There's no such word, Vinny.
Like in the peanut butter cup?
And then,
Makes them?
no, that's Reese's.
Okay.
And if they call him Reese's Bowden, it'd be like, okay, they like candy. They called him Reeser.
There's a company that makes deli meats and salads and stuff like that. Their name is Reeser.
So they named him after meat makers? Okay, so they called him Reeser Bowden.
Maybe his family.
Reeser potato salad.
Maybe,
right.
I was going to name my child Bull's Head Alvarez after that meat.
Boar's Head.
Boar's Head Alvarez after the meat. But then, I got to come up with a middle name for old Reeser. How about Merlin? Fucking Merlin. Merlin the magician, right? Wasn't he a magician?
He was a sorcerer, warlock,
sorcerer.
wizard. Yes. mentored King Arthur back in the day.
God damn. Reeser Merlin Bowden.
Supposedly built something in, was it Pisa? No. It was something in London Stonehenge. Merlin supposedly created Stonehenge.
Yes.
No, he did not.
You confused Stonehenge and the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
No. I was trying to think of what it was.
leaning. They're both leaning.
So, yeah, I was trying to... Merlin supposedly created Stonehenge as the...
Yes.
As the history books say.
Are you heading to Las Vegas for WrestleMania? If so, clear some time on the calendar because we have a lot of great events. It's our annual convention, the WrestlingObserver.com/F4W online convention in Las Vegas this year on WrestleMania weekend. April 18th, Friday, April 19th and 20th. We got special events every day. Friday will be the Dave Meltzer, Bryan Alvarez live Q&A. You can show up. We've got a meet and greet. Perhaps we'll have some merch. And you can ask us any question that you would like at the live Q&A. This will not appear as a podcast, a video podcast, audio podcast. You can only see and hear the Dave Meltzer, Bryan Alvarez Q&A if you attend live. That is April 18th at noon at the beautiful Palms Resort Casino in Las Vegas. We will also have wrestling watch parties. Have you ever wanted to watch wrestling with Dave Meltzer? 2 wrestling watch parties coming up that weekend, as well as 2 after parties. What is an after party? It's exactly what it sounds like. After WrestleMania, both nights, you'll be able to come back to a suite. I'll be there, Dave, a bunch of other friends and subscribers, and you'll get to party. We'll have alcohol, food, and more. These are the after parties after WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2. If you want to go, you got to buy your tickets now. Tickets available for everything at f4wonline.com/Vegas. Easy. f4wonline.com/Vegas. Did I mention we're going to have a group dinner at Texas Day Brazil? It's an all-you-can-eat steakhouse, all-you-can-eat steak. I hear some of you right now, I don't eat meat. Doesn't matter. They have the best salad bar you'll ever see. Texas Day Brazil. You can grab your tickets for that meet and greet / dinner as well. Where? F4wonline.com/Vegas. See you there.